On the docket next is the new trailer that just came out for the movie Arrival.
Yes.
From the director of Sicario and what was the other movie that he did? I'm so sorry. I didn't even throw you on there.
Prisoners he did with
Prisoners.
Hugh Jackman.
It was Hugh Jackman. Thank you. It was on the tippy tongue.
And he also did one of my favorite movies of last year, not only Sicario, but he came out with Enemy. Enemy was a movie starring Jake Gyllenhaal. I've talked about it on the show before.
Yes.
Definitely one of the most cerebral kind of psychological thriller movies that I've seen in recent memory. Really stuck with me. Had a lot of symbolism, which you guys know I love symbolism. And great cinematography as well. Great cinematography. Jake Gyllenhaal just kills it in that movie, and I believe that a lot of the reason why that movie was so good was Denis Villeneuve's vision for that movie.
And there's a lot in this Arrival trailer that you see. You get to see Amy Adams and Forrest Whitaker and Jeremy Renner. They're the three actors in this movie. And the movie, for those of you who haven't seen the trailer, and you see the footage right there on your screen, it's about, as you would guess, arrival of an alien race and how people are reacting to it, and they want to find out their intentions of it. And Amy Adams' character seems to be playing as a scientist who's trying to figure out their language, and what their intentions are and everything. Just from the 2-minute trailer, it seems very intense. It seems to have a lot, like you said, a lot of symbolism. I love how the cinematography, how it's shot. It looks very well done. This. A part of me is very skeptical, not on this director, but just on the whole subject about the Arrival alien type movies. There's a lot of them out there that don't do a very good job with them, and there's a select few that are very well done. You have your District 9 and your District 9s, and you have your, but then also, I also think of movie ones like Contact and,
or Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Or actually, I was thinking of The Arrival with Charlie Sheen. I don't know if you remember that one. Yeah.
Try to forget it.
Yeah, Try to Forget it. And then they made a sequel. So I'm here. The movie comes out November 11th, but the trailer has me enough where I'm like, oh yeah, I want to see it, but I'm just wondering how it will be.
And I'm in the same boat as you. All the things you named that you liked about the trailer, the way it's shot, the way it looks, and and the symbolism therein, is definitely one of those things that you're going to get in a Denis Villeneuve movie. But what I'm concerned with is the movies we named, The Prisoners, The Enemy, and Sicario, largely are kind of these small type movies. They're movies that are very contained in their world. They're not huge kind of blockbuster movies. Sicario is probably his biggest movie, and even then, that took place maybe in a few miles. The entire movie takes place within a few miles along the Mexican border. So it's going to be really interesting seeing Denis Villeneuve take on this kind of huge movie, this global type alien invasion movie. And I'm a little skeptical on the screenwriter. The name escapes me right now, but I know the screenwriter for this movie wrote the Friday the 13th, not the Friday the 13th, the Nightmare on Elm Street remake, which was not very good.
Yep.
He also did the Thing reboot, which I actually kind of liked.
Okay.
It wasn't obviously not as good as
The original.
which wasn't even the original,
Oh,
the Kurt Russell
the
one.
Kurt Russell, that's what the John Carpenter and Kurt Russell one.
Exactly, which is a classic.
Yeah.
It had a lot of competition to go against, but I think it did well for what it was. And he also wrote the screenplay for the most recently released Lights Out, which has been getting really good reviews.
Okay.
So there's this large spectrum of his body of work where you can really go either way. It can be just an absolute bomb, or it can be a really well made, like with Lights Out. And even Lights Out, even though it got great reviews, I think the reviews are mostly based on how it was acted, and the premise was already there.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of skeptical, and my faith is in Denis Villeneuve as a director. I'm hoping he can bring the screenplay to light, and we also know as film critics and followers of film, screenplays change during the course of a movie.
Yeah, just ask Suicide Squad. And so, bam, gotcha. And you're absolutely right. Like I said, that definitely adds to a lot of the weight of the movie. Like I said, one of the things, I'll be honest with you, watching the trailer and seeing Amy Adams' character, one of the things I thought to myself, like, okay, see, this is how a Man of Steel movie should have probably been done, in a sense.
Watch this just be one long Man of Steel sequel.
And you're just like,
he just comes back from the dead through those little spears on there. That would be
Like-
incredibly insane.
Like at one part I'll be like, bravo. The other part I'll just be like, it's too late to get my money back. So
It'd be a little too late.
But yeah, we're definitely.
But you brought up a good point. Amy Adams is a great actress. I'm hoping she brings a stellar
That's what I'm saying.
performance to this. And Forrest Whitaker,
You
who's
got
in Rogue
Forrest
One.
Whitaker, Amy Adams, and Jeremy Renner in this movie. I mean, it's going to be well acted. They seem to play. All of them seem to be playing along very well with their characters and what they do. I think they're pretty devoted. I'm interested. I'm very interested in the movie. Like you said, I still need to see Sicario myself. I know you've seen it and you really liked it.
I own it on Blu-ray.
Well, there you go. So that means he probably more likely he loves it.
Points.
So point to you for being a better movie critic. So I definitely have to sit there and watch that.